White House, Trump directs Pentagon and DHS to prepare migrant housing at Guantanamo Bay. In a move that will reshape U.S. immigration enforcement, President Donald Trump signed a directive today ordering the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to prepare a 30,000-bed migrant detention facility at the Guantanamo Bay naval base. Trump has long promised to curb illegal immigration and strengthen border security, and this directive is the latest measure to execute those promises. Trump unveiled the plan earlier today, calling it an essential step to halt the border invasion and to handle what he referred to as the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening U.S. security. The memo directs both the Pentagon and the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, to expand the Migrant Operations Center at Guantanamo Bay to its full capacity and prepare for the housing of detained migrants. The president noted that the U.S. already has 30,000 beds at the base, which would be used to house individuals suspected of posing a threat to the American public. During a signing ceremony for the Laken-Riley Act, an immigration detention bill, Trump revealed the plan, highlighting the need to send a clear message that the United States is serious about securing our borders. He mentioned that many of those being detained at Guantanamo Bay are so dangerous that we do not trust their home countries to hold them, a remark that underscores his administration's stance on handling high-priority criminal migrants. This directive, while receiving support from hardline immigration reform advocates, has been met with swift backlash from critics who see it as an overreach of executive power and a violation of human rights. Guantanamo Bay has long been associated with the detention of terrorism suspects and has faced criticism from both domestic and international communities for its controversial history. Many critics argue that using it as a migrant detention facility could further exacerbate the already strained relationship between the U.S. and many of its neighbors, especially in Central America. The decision to use Guantanamo Bay as a facility for migrant detention represents a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy, and the implications are far-reaching. On the one hand, it sends a strong message to Trump's base that his administration is taking aggressive action to protect the U.S. from illegal immigration. For supporters, this policy will be viewed as a necessary step to control the flow of migrants and to target individuals who are perceived to be the most dangerous. However, the plan raises serious legal and humanitarian concerns. Civil rights groups have long opposed the use of Guantanamo Bay due to its history of holding detainees without trial. Critics argue that housing migrants at the site would further violate the legal rights of individuals who may be seeking asylum or fleeing dangerous conditions in their home countries. Additionally, the U.S. may face significant legal challenges, both domestically and internationally, regarding the treatment of detainees in such facilities. On the diplomatic front, the expansion of Guantanamo Bay could lead to strained relations with countries from which many migrants originate. The United Nations and various human rights organizations have repeatedly called for the closure of the detention facility, and this move could prompt further condemnation from these groups, as well as increased pressure on the U.S. to reconsider its use of the base for migrant detention. Furthermore, the financial implications of such a project are substantial. Expanding a facility of this size will require significant investment in infrastructure, security, and humanitarian resources, placing a considerable burden on the U.S. government's budget. While Trump emphasized the importance of halting illegal immigration and protecting U.S. citizens, the long-term economic and logistical costs of such a facility cannot be ignored. In conclusion, President Trump's directive to prepare Guantanamo Bay for migrant housing is a bold, controversial move that exemplifies his administration's hardline stance on immigration. While it may resonate with those who support stricter border controls, it is bound to face significant opposition from human rights advocates, legal experts, and international communities. The policy marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over immigration reform in the United States, and will undoubtedly shape the nation's immigration trajectory for years to come.